My name is Peggy Ochola. I'm the founder of PACE and also the executive director. What that actually means is that my role has evolved from the first day. So when we started, I was everything. I was the messenger, I cleaned the floors, I wrote emails, I facilitated training. And now we've moved to a place where we have a team of 7 people and 150 volunteers. And my role now really is around fundraising, supporting relationships with our different partners, whether local or international, and really making sure that our volunteers are happy and our team is doing well.
So my name is Doris Kiogora. I'm the country director at PACE. My role entails working with different young people, as well as leading the team that provides capacity to these young people to serve in different communities. I also oversee the program design and implementation in different parts of the country.
I think working with young people is something that I like and I enjoy. I think for me, my experience particularly with the volunteers that I've come to interact with is just seeing that bundle of energy coming to us at the beginning of the year, and the blank canvas that they present to us. And so our job really is to find a way of channeling that energy towards social good.
I like working with young people, especially at PACE. It's very interesting. They are real. They are real. They bring you real problems to deal with. They ask you real questions. And most of the time you have this sense of, always giving direction, or a sense of direction to most young people, which is something that most of us are never privileged to have. So for me, I consider it a privilege and a joy working with young people.
I like working with young people. One thing off my mind is that it keeps you moving, because the young people are always thinking and coming up with different ideas, especially at PACE. Let me relate it specifically at PACE. We work with very skilled young people who have all these bright ideas. Sometimes they shock me in some of the things they come up with. And working with young people pushes you out of your comfort zone always, because every day they're coming up with something new. And most of the time, before they apply this thing, you need to know what it is about.
I think what stands out for me about PACE is that it offers a platform for young people to be active citizens or be active people in the community, and to actually take change into their own hands. It gives young people a chance not only to be tomorrow's leaders, but also to be today's leaders, and to just participate actively in the society and find solutions for their community.
What stands out for me about PACE is that it has a model that allows everyone to win, everyone that works with PACE. So whether you look at the kids that it serves in different public schools, through the extra support, learning support that is provided by the fellows, they are able to improve their grades. Whether you look at the fellows themselves, they are able to gain tangible work experience as well as build skills. And even the schools themselves are uplifted through the projects that are initiated by the different young people placed in those schools.
My moments are, for example, the graduation, when we get now to appreciate what the volunteers have done. It's normally such a beautiful occasion. They dress up and they invite their parents. And for their parents, for some, that's their first graduation. That's the first place where they're being appreciated on something they've done. Some of them probably come from national examination. Probably they didn't perform as high to be mentioned on TV, but here we're mentioning them on a podium. They're getting awards for the different things that they do. So even as they go out there, they know that they have something in them that can transform the society.
This is year 5 for us, so when we look back and see what our major milestones are, I'd say that just getting our first class together was a big celebration. We had 24 amazing young people who took the leap and said this is possible. And together they did about 1,700 hours, and I remember celebrating that. I remember celebrating each of the birthdays we've had. We recently celebrated our 5th birthday with this year's class doing 107,000 hours. So what I've seen is the amount of time that volunteers are able to give, or young people are able to give, has grown by 100-fold. So we're having 100 times the impact that we were having in 2013, and I'm excited for that growth.
One of the biggest challenges was, at the end of the 6 months, when you really have to say goodbye to one cohort and prepare to welcome the next cohort. And I think we get to appreciate the fact that we are human, but we get a bit sentimental having, preparing to say goodbye during graduation. Most of us we look prepared for that, and we are never so prepared. And by the virtue of that, we get to appreciate that this work is very real. You meet real people, you become friends, and you work with them so well.
I'd say keeping up with young people sometimes can be hard, younger, because you think you're young until you interact with younger people, and then you realize that there are all these trends and forms of communication that you have no idea about. And then now, you always thought that you were in touch with things until you interact with them, and then you're like, oh my God, I've been left behind.
PACE has been one of those growth journeys, and I look back at my 5 years, myself from 5 years ago. I feel as a person I've become more patient to the people around me, and really just, I've become a better person actually. I've become able to support and celebrate the success of other people. So that's what PACE has taught me. PACE has taught me that our staff and our team members are really the stars of the show. I think early on in the journey, as a founder, you can feel like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And sometimes people try to focus the spotlight on you a lot. But then I have been humbled to acknowledge and to just realize that our team has such amazing people, and PACE only exists because of all the efforts that they put in. So without our accounts department, we would not have accurate records. Without people who take time to do our time cards, then we would not know what's going on in the school. And it's because of PACE is not a one-woman show. It's the little and big efforts that everybody puts in. That's what really makes PACE work.
I think I salute the team that works here at the office. Not many people may get to see the amount of work that goes beyond preparing for the fellowship. And so I salute the team and for the work that they do. That is something that, of course, unless you see, you will find difficult to appreciate. And so, yeah, heads up to the team.
In future, I see a PACE Institute that works with different young people from the continent to explore their creativity. I also see PACE as one of the leading volunteer organizations in the country, connecting different young people with volunteering opportunities as well as organizations. I also see PACE serving 200,000 kids in different parts of the country. And I also see the PACE model being replicated in different parts of the continent.
The future is bright. The future for PACE, for me, I want us to have 6,000 volunteers in 10 years. And I see that as us being able to touch the lives of 300,000 children every year. Right now, we're working with 10,600 children. So we're going to grow to 30 times the size of what we have now. So I'm excited to see the young people, that's the 6,000 young people grow. And some of them will go into entrepreneurship, some of them will go into government, some of them will go into the private sector. But wherever they go, you'll have people who are dedicated to change making in the education sector. That's the game plan. I think that the children we help will also get to better high schools, and that's one of the things I really want for them. They'll be able to be more confident, read better, they can dance, they can explore their talents, but that they'll be able to continue their education in a more secure, sustainable way. So that's the path I'm excited to support.